Arun, good morning. Arun, looking at the way things stand, Unlock 4.0, the big things that we read purely with regards to metro starting, how much of is it a game changer as you compare it to the other three Unlock versions that we had? What are the new things that come on board in Unlock 4?
Good morning, Anil. And when we say that metro is the lifeline of the city, so when in Unlock 4, when the government has come out with the guidelines which says that metro will be permitted, that means the lifeline of close to 12 cities, close to dozen cities in our country will be opening up. There are various cities in our country where metro is operational, which includes Ahmedabad, Jaipur, Kochi, Bangalore. There are more than 12 cities in our country. So the metro services will resume in all cities primarily in our country, for which the SOP will be discussed on 1st of September by Ministry of Urban Affairs. So the focus of Unlock 4 guidelines is primarily on two parts. One is metro, and second, of course, is on the education sector part. How we opening the education sector. Yes, sir, the metros will be opened in the graded manner, in a calibrated manner, and SOP will, of course, be released by the Urban Affairs Ministry after the consultations and discussions on 1st of September. Second important part, we are seeing that education sector is also now opening up gradually. No doubt that schools and colleges and other education institutions will be closed until 30th of September. But over here, the point is that the teaching staff and the non-teaching staff, up to 50% can be called in schools and colleges. So that's an important part. Second big takeaway as far as education sector is concerned, that students from 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, these 4 classes, if they have to take any guidances from their teacher or any of their mentors in the school, they can of course go to school and take some guidances if in case they want from teacher. But yes, in this case, their parents will have to give them in return that yes, they're allowing their kid or a ward to go to school. So yes, no formal education or classes will be there, but for any kind of guidances, for any kind of queries, the student can go to school for some kind of consultation. But yes, the research scholar in our country, all those who are into postgraduate and of course doing PhDs, if they have to use the laboratories or some kind of research material, for example, the postgraduate students, if they have to do physics practical, chemistry practical, and of course any kind of research work if they have to do, so they can of course go to their institutions and they can do the research related work or laboratory related work. But yes, the skill related institutions like ITI, they'll be now opening up as far as Unlock 4 guidelines are concerned. But over here, let me tell you one important part, Anil, that although the Ministry of Home Affairs has come out very clearly and said that no scheduled international flights will be operational, but we should understand this fact that government is already operating Vande Bharat mission, whereby evacuation from various other countries is going on under the Vande Bharat mission. So on the other side, government has also established air bubbles with more than 5 countries. Negotiation is going on with 13 other countries as far as air bubble system is concerned. So under the air bubble and Vande Bharat mission, various international flights are being operationalized, and of course evacuation, and of course the international travel is done under that mechanism. That means no scheduled international airline will be there, but yes, under the Vande Bharat mission and of course the air bubble mechanism, the international flight movement will take place. But the most important part, Anil, over here is that no states will be in a position to impose their individual lockdown. We have seen that various states have come forward and they were imposing some weekend lockdowns or lockdown on some specific dates. But now the center has come out and clearly said that no primarily state-specific lockdown will be there. Only lockdowns can be imposed in containment zones in any part, and that too the district administration will be deciding on that part. So these are some of the big takeaways as far as Unlock 4 guidelines are concerned, Anil.
Also with regards to skill training, that's been allowed now, especially training in those areas. How much of it is important in today's times, and how will it benefit, students at large, especially people who are going to the skill centers for training?
Well, absolutely. So what government is ensuring, Anil, that wherever you need practical knowledge or practical requirement, or you have to do hands-on experiment, so that things should be open up now gradually. We are witnessing that the PhD students or the postgraduate students who are supposed to do some kind of experiment and the practical, and they need to use the laboratory, so they have been allowed now gradually. But yes, they have to follow the social distancing measure. So on the other side, the ITIs in our country which are imparting the knowledges on the skill basis, or basically some hands-on experience is required. So in that context, only government has started up this kind of initiative. So we know this fact that government is now gradually opening up these sectors. So if we talk about the highlight of the Unlock 4, there are two big highlights, that is the metro sector and of course the education sector. And in education sector also, government has opened up certain things, like for example, the teaching staff and non-teaching staff up to 50% will be allowed to go to the schools, and they can conduct online classes from the schools as well. Students from 9th and 12th, from 9th till 12th, they can go to school for some kind of consultation.
Okay.
But all the schools and colleges or any institutions, the higher up classes or higher students in the higher classes, they have been gradually allowed and introduced to the schools now in Unlock 4 guidelines. So yes, we are now opening up as far as education sector is concerned, gradually, but yes.
Okay, one final word, keep that brief. States, you made it very clear, states can't impose lockdowns in non-containment zones. So all those existing lockdowns that were planned, are they overruled now? Clearly the center has the right to decide on, states having any kind of lockdowns in their particular states.
Well, center has come out very clearly that no states can impose their individual lockdowns as far as non-containment zones are concerned. But yes, the states will have to revisit their guidelines as far as lockdowns are concerned. But we know this fact that these lockdowns will come into force in Unlock 4 when we are in Unlock 4. So yes, they'll have to revisit whatever the guidelines and lockdown measures they're implementing as of now.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you and appreciate you joining us this morning with those updates there. Aruna correspondent clearly indicating the big takeaway, metro, the lifeline of at least 12 cities in India, clearly back on the road from September 7th.